This video has been brought to you in part by Crunchyroll.com. If you'd like a completely free 30-day trial of unlimited anime streaming of over 15,000 episodes from hundreds of shows with them being updated 1 hour after airing in Japan on tablets, PCs, and even a load of consoles, then please head to the first line of the description or type in crunchyroll.com/caddy into your browser to get it right now. Thank you so much and please enjoy the video.
Welcoming you back to the desk of Caddicarus, join us as we partake into a new installment of Current Quickies.
Well, hello my duckies, and this time we'll be having a look at Star Wars Battlefront on PS4. This game is... in last year's reveal trailers, to see the universe of Star Wars so vividly captured and immaculately realised in the upcoming Battlefront was a real damn treat, and it got me very excited to see what the game could do. But then I got the game and played it. So how did I find it? Well, I'll tell you.
This game, in my honest opinion, is not very good at all. Star Wars Battlefront had so much promise from so many different aspects, and when it does deliver, it delivers spectacularly. But ultimately, I feel like I totally wasted my money on something I was so excited for. You know what though, let's talk about the things I wasn't disappointed with at all. Firstly being that, holy shit, it's one of the best looking games I've ever seen. Yes, even on PS4 the game looks phenomenal, exactly like the movies, maybe even better, and runs at 60 FPS whenever you do anything. Well, apart from split screen, of course. The sound design as well, utterly incredible. Again, some of the best I've ever heard in a video game, despite the literally goddamn awful voice performances and hilariously awful impressions.
Your situation is hopeless.
Seriously, what the fuck? With the amount of effort that went into everything, that is just embarrassing. Apart from those things alone, the atmosphere alone is worth renting this game out if you ask me. Because when the game wants you to feel like you're in a death-defying Empire Rebellion battle, it does it too well to even describe. Local co-op I also found to be a blast, but more because I had the immediate interaction with someone sitting right next to me whenever we battled together or against each other. Oh, and I love the way the game controlled. It felt lovely to play as well as gorgeous to witness.
But what about everything else? Well, I must be honest, that's all the really good things I can say about this game. I tried my hardest, but I really couldn't find much else.
Not only are there a pathetic amount of maps, bare bones customization, and pathetic excuses for single player content such as tutorials and simple boring survival games that honestly make me wonder why they didn't just remove them entirely and tweak the multiplayer component a lot more, but as for the multiplayer, I found it boring and repetitive, flat, chaotic and imbalanced, messy, and oftentimes totally unfair. It's boring and repetitive in the sense that, well, there are barely any damn maps, and no matter which online mode you pick, minus a few exceptions like the decent Walker Assault, you do the same thing over and over again. Spawn, shoot randomly at enemies until death, rinse and repeat. It never felt exciting, varied, or engaging to me. It's flat in the sense that while the controls are good, none of the weapons feel like they do anything due to them all being fictional laser weapons. They have barely any satisfying feedback, and it doesn't feel like you're actually shooting people. And when playing as a hero or villain, where definitely fun literally just involve running around, hitting the same buttons over and over again with no skill or strategy, slaughtering everything with ease, and moving on until you die. Which becomes very apparent when doing Luke against Vader with simple lightsaber button mashing. Not to mention, even flying crafts is so damn flat. I never felt like I was actually piloting a powerful and dangerous starship. I just felt like I was aiming and shooting at random shit in the air with the same limited weapons in the same stupidly open and bland sky sections, waiting for all of my attacks to lock on, and flying around hoping that no one would notice me so that they could lock onto me and kill me. That's as far as the strategy goes, I'm not even kidding. And nothing I did in the air felt like it mattered. It's chaotic and imbalanced in the way that the strategy overall is literally naught in this game. A huge shame since dozens of players are present in every match and there's no way to figure out any decent plan of attack other than what you'll do half the time. See someone who then sees you and then shoot at each other for a few seconds until one person dies. I mean, it's very fast paced, yes, but it's not exciting and not fun. Especially if you come up to someone tens of levels ahead of you who has a weapon stupidly more powerful than you to kill you instantly. And a weapon that you won't be able to grab for a very long time because you'll only be able to kill those with weaker weapons than you. Much like for them, they won't be a match for those with higher weapons than them. It's a constant shitty cycle of overpowered bullying. And since it's so unrewarding with its lackluster credits the game spits out at you, it can take hours and hours for you to realistically grab any better weaponry to use against everyone else who has bog standard shitty guns and make them feel just as powerless and pointless as you did when you started. The more arcadey elements thrown at you as well, such as the randomly spawning hero and villain tokens, serve as a total joke since it's entirely down to luck whether or not someone gets one at random and uses it to decimate everyone with a pulse in literal milliseconds for minutes on end and rack up stupid points for doing so, even if they are the worst players out there. Like I said, it's unrewarding. I mean, why should individual practice and skill be rewarded when you can just give the power to anybody at any fucking time whatsoever? And if you aren't such a good player, nothing ever feels deserved. I remember finding my first hero token while still learning the basics of the game and thinking, why the fuck have I been given this power? It feels mostly down to luck of the draw with the powers, better ranked weapons from others, and where specialized overpowered tokens appear for anyone to exploit. And as for messy and unfair, well, firstly, the amount of times I spawned right into fucking enemy fire and died instantly made me want to fucking scream. The things such as the speeder bikes are completely useless if you want to actually get any points. And the fact there are no majorly original ideas at work here other than the utter basics with modes and special powers makes me wonder where the hell my money went. This is the ultimate chicken in the road simulator if you ask me. I'm sure any Star Wars fan could find some enjoyment from this because there are shining elements here, especially with Walker Assault and when you hunt for heroes because you actually get individual rewards and incentive to do well and actually become the hero in the next round if you win. That's the kind of thing I was looking more for. But for anyone else, I would say don't even bother. If you have the game and you like it, I'm very happy for you because I just feel empty and bored. Sorry fans of Battlefront, I wish you all the best, but I'm done and I'm just gonna leave you to it.
This game, I give a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry if that upsets people, but that's honestly how I felt. Have a happy new year, though.
Thanks so much for watching my Star Wars Battlefront video. Hopefully I won't get too much hate for it. You can have a look at some more current Quickie videos in this style that I did, as well as a new show that I've piloted that my girlfriend is editing, and hopefully that will be a good old jolly laugh. And by the way, this will be my last video of 2015. Thank you so much, everybody, for an incredible year. I hope you all had an amazing Christmas or whatever the hell you celebrate this time of year, and please have an amazing new year. I'm gonna take a break now, and I will see you guys in sometime 2016, I guess. Maybe into mid-January, I suppose. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm gonna be taking about 2 weeks off, so I'll keep you updated in the meantime on Twitter. So go in the description to see all that stuff. And of course, if it's your birthday today or watching this video, happy freaking birthday to you, and please remember to stay beautiful. Star Wars Battlefront had so much promise from the Star Wars Battlefront had so much promise from so many different Apart from those things, the atmosphere alone I would consider saying because when it wants you to feel like you're in a death-defying empire.